Hey guys, in this video I want to give a comprehensive tutorial and review of Edgewonk. So Edgewonk is a paid trading journal in which you can log all of your trades and get, a lot of analytics of those trades. So let's start with the basic features, which is, of course, you can switch between the light and the dark theme by using this switcher. By the way, they just updated their interface and now it just looks better in my opinion. Now I personally prefer the light mode for now. So you can switch between light and dark modes very easy. You can also search by trades, which I personally don't use, but you also can select multiple trading journals or also multiple accounts. So for example, if you have a scalp account and you have a swing trade account or a spot buy account, you can all add them separately to really keep it organized. Just by tapping on this button right here, you can add a journal name, account currency, market, so for example forex or cryptocurrency or anything you want, and an initial deposit and a deposit date, and then tap on this button right here. And it's all free and it comes at no extra cost. All right. Then we see basic filters and advanced filters. So basic filter is basically where you can filter on specific time periods, specific RR, specific setups. You can really go in depth into this to really get, see specific patterns and how you trade it in those specific time periods, etc. Or you can even make it more advanced by, using your own trade entry comments or trade exit comments or trade management comments. All right. So first of all, the dashboard. All right. So first of all, what you see is USD percentage and R multiple. So what this basically is when you tap on this, you see instead of real numbers, so real dollars, you see percentage or R multiple, which all changes to instead of dollars to percentage. For example, you can use this if you want to share, for example, instead of your account size, your R, for example. All right, let's keep it on dollars for now. Here you see your net return. So if your initial deposit was $100, now your account is $118, your net return is of course $18. All right, your win rate, 5 losers and 5 winners, 1 loser, and 0 break-even trades. Your average P&L, your profit factor, so this basically means that it is a profitable strategy if it's above 1. Of course, this is just some test data. It's not my personal data, but I just added this data for you to show how you can use this data. The Edgewonk score, I personally don't know how to use this. It is a relatively new feature, a few days old, and they don't give any explanation on how to use this feature, and I did not find it helpful, but maybe in the future they will change it or give some explanation on how to use this. All right, then you see the profit calendar. You can switch between the months and give get the overview look on how you performed per month. Then you see evaluation, so the total number of trades. So in total, I took 6 trades on my accounts with an average daily profit of $2.60. Biggest winner was $5, biggest loser was $1. Total fees, I personally don't add them because then it gets really chaotic and it's not what I like. But you can add them, of course. Then the average holding time in minutes, which was 300 minutes. And the max drawdown, winning/losing days. So I had 3 winning days and 1 losing day. Current streak, trades per day and week. So on average, 1.5 trades per day and 2 trades per week. Then you see widgets, so they all can get, you can see them very big on a large screen as well, but in your dashboard, in your home view, you can see them in a small view as well. So performance by instrument, performance by weekday, equity graph, etc. Alright, so now let's look at the journal right here. So this journal is basically where you can see all of your trades in a nice list view. You can star views or trades. You can add them very easily by tapping on this button. You can select trades to easily delete them, duplicate them, merge them. You can, see all of this data or all of this information per specific trade very fast and very easy. You can also change this. to your liking, and you can even download your data to an Excel sheet, which is very, very nice. So you can add this data to another external trading journal as well. So now let's go to Trade Analytics. So within Trade Analytics, you can get really in-depth with all of the features available. So for example, you can add an ordering criteria, for example, on a weekday, just by tapping on this plus button. And right now, when you tap on this little arrow, you can see that I took a total of 6 trades, which were 3 on Tuesday, 1 on Thursday, and 2 on Monday. And what you see on the trades on Tuesday were all a win, or all a winning trade, with a win rate, of course, of 100%. So if you have a lot of data, if you have added a lot of trades, and you see that you trade much better on Tuesday than on, for example, Monday, you might want to trade less on Monday and trade a bit more, or just keep trading on Tuesday instead of trading on Monday. So that's all. With all of that data, you can get really make up conclusions to become a better trader. And again, you can select an outcome, for example, to get again really in-depth results. You can even change this. There are a lot of options available, and you can get really in-depth. Now let's go to equity graph right here. So you can see all of your account size and how your account evolved over time. As you can see, you can change this, for example, to account balance. As you can see, I started on $100, and now my account is $118. You can also change this, you can change this, and you can see a quick overview of all of your statistics right here. Now let's go to advanced journaling right here. So this is basically where you can add all of your missed trades. So this is a separate journal where you can add separate trading, where you get a separate trading analysis of the trades you add. So basically, if you miss them because you were sleeping, you were distracted, you were just doing something else, you can still add those trades to see what is the biggest cost that you missed that specific trades. For example, if you are distracted, you might want to do something on your focus, so you can trade more, or trade get make more trades, and so make more money. So you do want to add them right here. Right, now let's go to diary right here. This is where you can see your notebook, and basically what you can do is you can add a folder, and you can add a note within that folder. For example, say today, great day, for example, great day, and then say today was a great trading day, made a lot of money. For example, you can say this. I personally don't use this, but I can imagine that this is really useful for some people. Right, you can go to sessions to add a trading session, but I personally don't use this. This is, I think, more useful if you are a forex trader, but I don't use this. Then let's go to chart lab, and this is where you can compare charts, for example, your drawdown and your efficiency. So or let's do maybe holding time, and let's do what do we want to do? Win rate. I don't know. You need to find a nice, not too nice charts which you can easily compare. But I don't know if this makes any sense. But you can easily compare charts using this chart lab or this feature. And here you can see all of your all of the widgets that you saw in the home screen. You can see them in a bigger view. For example, performance by day. So you can see how you performed per day, and you can see you can add days. As you can see, very easy. You can also, you have a lot of options. I'm not showing them all because then it's going to be a long video. But there are a lot of options available, as you can see. Let me go through them quickly. As you can see. So now let's go to reports, and this is really useful in my opinion to get a quick overview of how you are performing over time. So first of all, the calendar, just like we saw in the dashboard view, you can see it in a bigger view, but I don't personally really use this. What I do use is the monthly reports, and this is basically where you can see how you performed per month. So you can see all of your trades. So basically you can see that I took 4 trades in April and 2 trades in March. So you can see my P&L was I added $8 to my P&L in March and $8 or $10 to my P&L within or in April. So the return is a bit bigger, but the win rate in March was much better, of course. So you might can make a conclusion that you need to trade less instead of more trades with a lot smaller position. So maybe less is more. So you can come up with the conclusion that you can make more money with less trades. So this is a really useful feature in my opinion. So here is a chart book. This is where you can see all of your screenshots you added you added to your trades. They get all centralized into this this chart book. All right, let's go to the strategy lab. And within the strategy lab, you can add alternative strategies. So you can call them, for example, support and resistance flip, I don't know. And you can see how profitable these strategies are. You just need to add a trade and select the strategy that you've used. And then you can see how each strategy is performing. Then you can go to backtester. So this is basically where you can add specific strategies. So for example, outcome 1 or strategy 1, strategy 2. And for example, you've made $1, then you've made $5, then you've made $6 or $8, then you've made lost $1, then you've made $5 again. And with strategy 2, you've lost $1, you've lost $3, you've made $1, you have lost again $3, and you've made $1 again. So based on this, on those trades so far, you can conclude that strategy 1 is much more profitable. But of course, you do need to have a lot of data, so you can't really make up conclusions based on 5 trades. But so far, strategy 1 is much more profitable. All right, and you can go to the simulator right here. So what you can do is you can calculate how you will perform if you keep trading just like this. So using your data right now, Edgewonk calculates how your simulation or how your account can be if you keep trading like this. So tap on start simulation, and as you can see, you can see your account and your max balance, etc. Very useful, but of course it all it all depends on how you will trade, and you won't of course trade the same as you will do in the beginning. Right, you also can change the win rate manually. For example, if you have a win rate of 50%, an average gain of $5, an average loss of $1. You can also start a simulation just like this. You can change the trades. So for example, 1,000 trades. Number of simulations. Let's change this to 5. As you can see, very useful feature. Right. Let me change this back to 2 and to 500. All right, and this is just your account balance, and here you can go to settings. So what you can do is you can go to deposits and withdrawals. So as you can see, my initial deposit was $100. You can add a reason right here. So for example, just call this initial deposit. Tap on save. But if you make a withdrawal, you can just select amount minus 10, for example. Select a date, for example today, and you can add a reason. So for example, this reason was I was hungry, so I bought a pizza. For example, you can add this, tap on save. And as you can see, now your account balance changes. So this is very useful to keep it organized and to not get overwhelmed. All right, let me change this. And here you can add custom statistics. So this is really useful. For example, you can, let's go to trade comments first. So for example, you can go to trade entry and you can tap on add. And what you can do is you can add reasons why you entered that trade, or let's say this entry was aggressive, this entry was perfect, this entry was too early, this entry was very, very, I don't know, FOMO entry, etc. You can add all of these comments, and you can see based on your trade entries why you are performing better in this specific time period, why you're performing worse in this specific time period. You can go really in depth into your analytics. All right, you can do the same with exit and the same with trade management, and you can really see how efficient you are using your trade management strategies. Again, you can go to setups, instruments. Let's go to this one, and you can add specific setups to see how how profitable your setups are. You can add custom statistics, for example, missed trades, and you can add reasons why you missed a trade. For example, like I said, you were distracted, or you were sleeping, or you were doing something else, etc. You can see why you are missing specific trades. Right, so let's now add a trade, for example. So you can tap on this button right here, and then you can go to regular trade, and you can add an entry date, for example today, an instrument, for example Bitcoin, setup, the default setup, a buy or a sell order, so a long or short. You can add an entry price, exit date, so when did you exit that trade, the quantity, the exit price, so with what price did you exit, your stop loss, gross P&L, take profit, fees, and when you add the fees you see in net P&L. And you can add personal notes. For example, this trade was perfect. I felt really confident when I, took this trade. Then you can go to advanced trade. So you can add trade entry comments. So for example, perfect entry, or exit comments, perfect exit, etc. You can see the highest price. So the highest price Bitcoin went within this trade, and the lowest price Bitcoin went within this trade. OTP hit, so initial target, if your initial target was hit before the initial stop loss was hit. So you can select yes or no. Then you can add your custom statistics, and you can select break even, yes or no. And here you can add your trading view charts, very easy, and then tap on save, and this way you can add your trades very easy. So I hope this video was a bit useful, a bit helpful. If you have any questions, just ask them in the comments down below, and I will try to answer all of them. So in this video, I explained basically how you can use Edgewonk to become a better trader yourself, and showed all of the features. So I see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.